Right. And we should be live at this moment. This is my first live on my YouTube channel, Cat Poop Crazy Carl. So we're going to check it out. I wanted to experiment and see how it was going to go on the YouTube channel, see how it would play, see how everything would go, and also get some more content up on my channel to keep it active and motivated. So the algorithm loves me. So I'm Mistasee the Enforcer, aka Poppy Carl the Bad Boy, also known as Cat Poop Crazy Carl. And today is the My Part of Town podcast, which is all about Philadelphia, inner city life, and the kind of crazy things that's going on. We're going to talk about all kind of stuff going on in the city, outside the city, and if anybody else wants to come around and talk to us about it, we'll definitely talk to you too. I'm going to go ahead and get organized. I always play a few minutes of music. I do own the music I'm going to play. My artist name is Mistasee the Enforcer. So if YouTube, you're looking it up, and you see this is Mistasee the Enforcer's music, that's me. So yes, and it's on, what is it called? Spotify and all streaming services, even YouTube. So you can verify that it's mine and it's not stolen, and no need to copyright strike anything because it's my music. So we're going to get started. We always warm up with a little music. I'm going to send out the links to my guys so they can come in the show. And now let's get ready to start the My Part of Town podcast. Also, by the way, the Philly bio for this show is Coleman Domingo, the actor. And we'll be going over his biography later on in the show as we close things out. Show will run for about 2 hours from now to 10:30 Pacific Standard Time, which is 1:30 Eastern Standard Time. And let's get it on. Like a Martin Martian shirt, yay, representing. And I got my Papito hat on too, man. That's how we roll. So let's get it cracking, and let's play some music while I send out my links and get myself together with the homies.
Yeah, these niggas round the corner, so we gotta drop the album. Wanna ball hard like a sock full of aspirin. Gotta deal with Samson, sitting in this mansion. Half big niggas ain't hot, it's embarrassing. Everybody know you ain't small club, big stock, fuck holes, hit stop, separate the beat drop. So cold the shit's hot, everybody bang it. Check up for the language when you play it for your parents. Put me on the MySpace, Facebook, YouTube. If not, suck a dick, have I introduced you? Shit, I got the screw loose, good thing I'm foolproof. Make the crowd scream like I'm fucking with a full crew. Fuck you, he's cool, get me on the billboard. Real kind of Gilmore's in the sack pit store. Life's fucked up and you mad cause your hips sore. Get up on the can so these niggas see your shit more.
Yeah, can I see you? Nigga, baby, wanna have you living in my world? Can I see you? Come on, baby, you know that you always be my girl. Can I see you? Tell you that I wanna have you living in my world. Can I see you? Come on, baby, you know that you always be my girl. Always be my girl. Yeah, can I see you? Tell you that I wanna have you living in my world. Can I see you? Come on, baby, you know that you always be my girl. Can I see you? Tell you that I wanna have you living in my world. Can I see you? Come on, baby, you know that you always be my girl.
Yeah, I was walking down the street, I saw a thick cute and she looking real sweet. Excuse me, lady, pardon mine. I had to learn more about the girl, you look so damn fine. Hey, sugar, can you got a man? Cause you know he has a lady master plan. The good with families, the heart brings so much love, you take it a la carte.
I'm taking you, I'm taking the kids, and I'm taking motherfucking everything. You ain't gonna do nothing.
Man, twisting, turning things around my head till my head rings. I'm out there looking for bliss. The world gets involved, makes some mark memories. Please, baby, don't you go. Fucking something else is the one thing that I miss.
Can I see you? Tell you that I wanna have you living in my world. Can I see you? Come on, baby, you know that you always be my girl. Can I see that I wanna have you living in my world? Can I see you? Come on, baby, you know that you always be my girl. Always be my girl. Babe, can I see you? Tell you that I wanna have you living in my world. Can I see you? Come on, baby, you know that you always be my girl. Can I see you? Tell you that I wanna have you living in my world. Can I see you? Come on, baby, you know that you always be my girl.
Use a dial, bitch. You break the fucking code, that's a foul bitch. Them Bill Rock know how to foul tits. And put them dark rocking my new fat lips, shaking fat hips. Only reason that I'm witches and chat tricks got me high off the Gucci plate. Man, that's why I had to stop the street and say, damn, baby, can I see it? Give me sweet tooth, wanna R. Kelly be it. Rossi boy be the man, super set to me. Be so happy that your friends just wanna be it. Love the way I did your pussy cutty. Forget all kind of ways that you feeling slutty. Pussy so wet it's feeling muddy. Come around my place, wanna be my buddy. It's how you go. You know you fucking rolling, got the white flow. You run up funny fast back low, Joe. Everybody still with cream, ho ho. Ride your heart, do your coochie bust it down. Silly fuck payaso be the killer fucking clown. And you always be my girl because you wear the crown. The nigga probably catch your case before I see you frown. Break it down.
Yeah, can I see it? Tonight, I wanna have you living in my world. Can I see it? Come on, baby, you know that you'll always be my girl. Can I see it? Tell you that I wanna have you living in my world. Can I see it? Come on, baby, you know that you'll always be my girl.
It be the Mistasee, the super nigga live us around. Come on, mommy, won't you bring that body over here now? Is you ready for the baby place of breaking it down? Baby looking kinda sexy, bitch, you better find me. Yo, I got no kiss, the nigga, super nigga, what thing? Happiness is living like you know it's what we gon' be. Rolling with my daddy, really chillin' like this. Blowing up the ball, tracking such as living someplace. Can I roll with the seas? You got to bring it to taste. Like a mental body, really chillin' in Greece. When it gets up, we got it like Canadian peace. Living out the spot, we got it, man, like the police. Since you think I was about to take the ground with the space. Who the name is the chief? The younger germ is the beast. That's why I'm back to the east. Another father like peace. Take it back to crazy legs and live places for peace. Yo, I choose you for the night because I sold you a piece.
Yeah. This is the dream. It's your brain about me getting up to Mistasee. It's your brother got a secret up to Mistasee. That's why it's not a white piece of mystery. To these rappers and these suckers in the industry. Always wanna be the state for me. To free with me. You be so free. Don't be with me. They got me. But live your life so equally. It's been a long time. Since the biggest rappers out getting all the shine. Get the good and cracking while in revolution. Shit to get into a place like a shoot time. It be some kind of super guy to every human. Turn around and check it out, see what we do one. Michael Gino was my nigga, rock the you, sir. Smoke the attitude of attitude. It's with the witness attitude. Great for taking out devils. Got my boots out the hot black. It's time to call a Cheney Bush trader, shit's a fact. Put that greediness aside, it's time for making pacts. Huh. Mistasee of arrogance is the fault of genius.
Obama investigated 9/11. You might get killed over it. Maybe not. Just arrest a couple niggas like taxes and stuff.
Niggas jumping out the cars on the block crazy. Busting gas at the cops, fucking with the ladies. Staring at the babies, coming men is fucking up the cat. All my people walking to me what happens. It's crazy.
Yeah, it's crazy than a motherfucker. Mr. Collar Super nigga about to grab the gat and tuck it in a place where we had the body, keep it cool. Worry about my niggas after dripping with the jewel from the chin. Money that we seeing now, we get it. Talk about the ways I bring it to your real threat bomb. Have your shit shut down for a day. Checking for everything from the tech to the sway.
Niggas jumping out the cars on the block crazy. Busting gas at the cops, fucking with the ladies. Staring at the babies, coming
on back. Worry about my way we chillin' and we do it like that. All my niggas out there running out there with the gat. Yo, my baby's kinda hungry and we gotta get that. Yo, my shit is running wild and my niggas on tough. Rolling like my nigga Young and they call me the buck. Mr. Carter, super niggas, all my days in the grind. Yo, I kick it from my brothers and we do how we rhyme.
Niggas jumping out the cars on the block crazy. Busting gas at the cops, fucking with the ladies. Staring at the babies, government is fucking up the cash. All my people want to tell me why it happens. It's crazy.
Thug nigga that's his ass every day. For the grill. Talk about the way I'm living, keep it heavy real. Fucking pussy niggas fake them out the fucking deal that they never got until the money dropped. And then they shit was hot. You motherfucking corporate motherfucker let you buy. Yeah, let a real nigga through. Talk about my swag, truck fit Mountain Dew.
Niggas jumping out the cars on the block crazy. Busting gas at the cops, fucking with the ladies. Staring at the babies, government is fucking up the cash. All my people want to tell me why it happens. It's crazy.
Friday night, I'm kinda hay tight. Blown off the green with it, time to play it right. I roll the shit for my cool niggas on the swerve. Talking about the ways we do it like a Michael Alert. With a little rail and a bad bitch. Politic and bring it to your niggas' mind switch. Got your blood on the first. Banging on the wild, wild west. Wide earth.
Niggas jumping out the cars on the block crazy. Busting gas at the cops, fucking with the ladies. Staring at the babies, government is fucking up the cash. All my people want to tell me why it happens.
Getting closer to the family, every day I feel. Talk about the ways I do it, got the fucking will. Superman, nigga, grabbing power from the sun. Never rapping, never dying, do it till I'm done. Energizer, storing up my shit up on the daily. Filled with alcohol and chocolate, Mr. Daily. Busting ass up on the court, I'm Philly, nigga, buying them. Wanna sling my shit to this motherfucking diamond.
Niggas jumping out the cars on the block crazy. Busting gas at the cops, fucking with the ladies. Staring at the babies, government is fucking up the cash. All my people want to tell me why it happens. It's crazy.
Kicking bitches to the curb for nothing. Talking about the ways I do it, call it the frontin'. Bet it back up on me, but I give you this thing. To talk about the double guns pulling the man. It's coming from the shoulder like a Tyson on blow. I'm worried about my niggas out there fucking them hoes. I do it for my babies, do it for the ride. I worry about my niggas like I'm whipping lied.
Niggas jumping out the cars on the block crazy. Busting gas at the cops, fucking with the ladies. Staring at the babies, government is fucking up the cash. All my people want to tell me why it happens.
Yeah, we at the mountain now. Life's a fountain now. I'm drinking like a motherfucker on my bouncing now. And yo, my head is kicking strong. I do it Miley Cyrus, Michael Phelps, hit the bone. The water's bubbling, head is gone. I got some wine in my drone. Talking about the ways I bring it to your heavy chrome. Spinning, shining, Phyllis Hyman. I'm kinda pretty. Do it for my niggas real shitty.
Niggas jumping out the cars on the block crazy. Busting gas at the cops, fucking with the ladies. Staring at the babies, government is fucking up the cash. All my people want to tell me why it happens. It's
Fast
crazy.
rhyme, kick it for you on this thing. Screaming for my niggas that be wildin' when they hang. Smoking on that grain, baby bustin' Wayne. I'm talking about that wood in my car turning thing. Yeah, my shit is cream, even if it's pain. Motherfucker, don't care what you fucking think. I don't care, nigga. I don't scare, nigga. I just do this shit cause I'm ill fucking nigga.
Niggas jumping out the cars on the block crazy. Busting gas at the cops, fucking with the ladies. Staring at the babies, government is fucking up the cash. All my people want to tell me why it happens. It's
Trying to
crazy.
put you in your box end of the world. I do it to your family, now I'm grabbing your girl. Your life is on the end and yeah, the shit is the worst. You're fired from the job and now your ass is in a hearse. Driving to a place where we put you 6 feet. The God man is judging ass, don't make a pee. But oh shit, the trap door open as hell. You're burning for eternity, nigga, you fail.
Niggas jumping out the cars on the block crazy.
Cabernet Sauvignon about the Gallo family. We don't rock with Julio no more, apparently. Just Gallo. Not Julio and Gallo. Just Gallo, whatever.
It's crazy.
It's cheap and it's good Cabernet. I don't really drink hard stuff no more. I think that's because I'm old. Unless it's tequila. Yeah. So we started off about non-conversation. Of course, it's my part of town podcast, playing some of my music because I own it, because I don't want no copyright strikes or no trouble from YouTube to the algorithm. Have a crazy car, man. My part of town podcast, all about Philly, baby.
Keep my nuts in the cup. Baby, so me, homie, tell me what the things you can do. Chicky man, chicky good, steady robbing the crew. Put us near, sit around, sit, be yelling at you. Let's see people, I guess I'm a drink in the room. Get them nights, a motherfucker, it's a party tonight. All my brothers grabbing lady, ain't no top of the bike. Better try the booty, mommy, just the way that I like. Body the hood, get it pricey like a drug free commercial. I'm not moving in the
Other sponsor, American Spirits. Would not be healthy. If you're going to kill yourself in a healthy way.
You know we're gonna play this Sunday and talk about the ways we keep money when we're doing things when we're going down.
Yeah. Scream if you feel what I feel. Niggas run around talking about they real. Always run around saying that they ill. Steady yelling murder, never had a kill. Selling lies and they never had a deal. I've been wanting to speak a fallacy of bill. Gotta feed all my babies high bill. And my purpose is to open-headed bill. Your brain with a pain to make it feel. Ain't nothing wrong with giving a single chill. All my niggas out to doing just what they will. Press a button, I gotta take a pill. Man, fed nerdy like my aunt Gil. Every side bitch is hard, nigga, that's the drill. Don't make me find your soul and start the drill. And you know I'm always feeling what I fucking feel. Man,
You know we're gonna play on this side and talk about the ways we keep money when we're doing things when we're going down.
yeah. I get to screaming when I'm on the court. Everything I spit is a rap retort. You play ball like you minute with the more. You're playing no deep, but you're claiming you are. You have to always bullshit when you're chilling. Always got an overshot, never hitting. The falling back, bitch, nigga got to fix it. Cause a real nigga know just what you're missing. It's the focus, cause your brain is on the hocus pocus. Time for the snow, another motherfucking locust. No matter how fucking focused. Caught her this rap shit, niggas wild out for the fucking clap shit. To get you with somebody back shit. And the fun is how a fat hit, let it shut up before I bring it back hit.
You know we're gonna play on this Sunday and talk about the ways we keep money when we're doing things when we're going down. You know we're gonna play on this Sunday and talk about the ways we keep money when we're doing things when we're going down.
Give it a few more minutes. I'll get started talking about my topics and things I want to talk about. Talk about them Sixers. We'll do a quick sports review. See what's going on Philly sports. I'm going to check out some Philly news. If the guys come in and talk, I'll talk about whatever they're talking about. And if they procrastinate, I'm on StreamYards now, so I'll throw the link in the chat. I don't have to talk to them.
Yeah. I hear you talking hell. That's my body tells us what the fucking will. I always do the feelings that you niggas feel. I got that heavy scissors cutting on that bell. I'm always dripping shit and keeping niggas killed. I'm busting shots like a nigga Tony Dell. Tony wet and wild, niggas see me styling like I'm from the city, shining out. Everything I see is on the bottom. Got my block babies out there tripping, clapping, hollering. Who your brother got about to get it back up on it. At the end of the truck, you know my word is always on it. Dollar just like a read that place some content. Yo, my nigga love the content. I'm putting stupid shit, he's spit boy. Only for the lightest beat, yo, I'm bringing joy. Yo, my niggas call me on my certain days. B.A. nigga. God damn it, those fucking niggas get away every time that son of my bitches behind the wheel. I'm sick of this shit. J-C-A, pour a hair bottle. Make it run into the place when you're dreaming bottle. Once it's far from the place shadow. Yeah, I'm screaming for my nigga that be getting bottle. Man, to the crib, bottle, cotton boys, snitch triggers. Tip fast niggas, the dabby rockin' gators. It's time for rearrangements. Other druggy bangers. Time for training on that smoke and now you're tipping raggers. Chicken all that bullshit, they joking. Cause my baby's smoking, that's why my heart is broken. They get with pop on me, that breakfast open. Man, you got me
It's bacon. A little bit better lighting, but whatever. Maybe give it some better lighting. crank it up and none on the money. 12 o'clock Eastern time. Walking. Give people time to load in, I guess. The person loaded in.
Yeah. The rain's falling, game's falling. Undertaker reaching forward from the body hauling. Close talkers always rolling out. 2 inches from my face, put that all about. Getting close, victory, best to be around. Speak the words and make you get it out. Talking about them fucking hammers in your education. What the plan is change the situation. Victory is all you're hearing from the supersede. Talking about my righteous deeds and doggy how I be. Do you have a dirty like a Mr. Ricky? Yeah, we got a purpose, dog. You can't be hurt to God. If you feel me on the track, you know I'm working hard. If you only really knew me, if you only knew the kid, if you only really knew me, then you know I was so big. Victory in me, you see, why can't you come and ride with me? Time is slow by mystery, make history with victory. I have one thing in my life that's impressing me, is that I never let the less of me get the best of me. I'm living my life one day closer to my destiny. Me and victory is meant to be together forever. It has to the last century. Whatever weather is sent to me, I handle physically and mentally. Come on, dog, you can't call me, and the only way to harm me, you need an army that gets surrounded and for me. I'm like time in my mind, I get so mysterious. If you try to swarm me, all I do is get very pissed. You hearing this? I'm serious. I made it in the zone, and I'm in it for a minute. I get furious. Everybody in town seems to be gone. Come on, never put the rhythm again round the keyboard. I'm getting out of town trying to survive. Oh, never supposed to want to dead or alive. Come on, bro, ride with me. Come on, bro, be alive with me. You left your ass open, you'll cry with me. You can go home and write it in your diary. If you only really knew me, if you only knew the tears, if you only really knew me, then you know I was so big. Victory in me, you see, why can't you come and rock with me? Time is slow by mystery, make history with victory. Yeah, the mind and hating, the pain, the death so long. I'm riding, dying, and crying, the shit is so gone. This shame is lying, the robbing, is stealing, and killing. We spit the shit because it's how we be feeling. Yeah, the way we children, the way we treat the shine. The work and the love and the trust and the running the fight. We spitting the truth, and it keep feeling the spit. We spitting this truth, no matter if you feeling our shit. If you only really knew me, if you only knew the tears, if you only really knew me, then you know I was so big. Victory in me, you see, why can't you come and ride with me? Time is slow by mystery, make history with victory.
Got about 5 more minutes before we crank it up. I start running my mouth.
So fucking crazy, man.
Once again, if YouTube is listening, I own this music. No copyright strike. Either I am the Mistasee the enforcer. This is my stuff.
Does it have to be this way? Does it have to be this way? Tell me, does it have to be this way? Does it have to be this way? Tell me, does it have to be this way? Does it have to be this way? Tell me, does it have to be this way? Does it have to be this way? Tell me, does it.
I'm sick of going torn, and you know my word is born. Purpose in it for the living long. My emotion while I'm
Don't get this on my phone. Yeah, why can't you see it how I see it? Take it down the straight and fucking beat it. Promise go from I'm out the pit. Want my kids is straight up breaking change shit. Break it down and straight up rearrange it. It's the revolution on the plan. I repeat and beat the shit I'm saying. From the night until the straight up day. Attitude is heavy on the swaying. Change it like it's out every day. And damn, does it always have to be this way? And yeah. 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 It's like I can't even put no words into this shit. It's like I'm killing it. Does it have to be this way? 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 Tell me, does it? Well, I'm hungry, I'ma feed this man staying hungry, I got nothing to eat. I got to wear shoes, I'm on the ledge, nothing to lose when I'm on my edge. I do whatever it takes to stay alive, no surprise that I've managed to survive all of my life. Maybe longer, what hasn't killed me is maybe stronger. I think to myself, does it have to be this way? Sit back, close my eyes and I'll drift away. In my mind, in my soul, I'll grow blind, I'll grow old. That will be the test that I'll pass through. Life with my teacher, mistakes is my classroom. And say, yeah. Does it have to be this way? 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 Tell me, does it have to be this way? Does it have to be this way? Tell me, does it?
More minutes. Set it up. Play one more drink, and it's 9 o'clock. It's 9 o'clock on the Monday. And my co-host, one more song before they go.
There gon' be some dreams tonight. There gon' be some dreams
some clean tonight. There gonna be some clean tonight. 40 years in the memory. No matter how many times you're gonna bubble me, I still walk and live the same way. And ain't nobody gonna take oh, God just wants me free today. And you just show me the face. No heroes, no it's the race. There gon' be some clean tonight. 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 17 and white like G with no cheating. 17 and white like G with no cheating. There gon' be some clean tonight. 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 All right. Well, I'm not waiting for these fools. All right, let's get it on. So what happening? Welcome to the My Part of Town podcast, a show all about Philadelphia. My name is Mistasee, the Enforcer, a.k.a. Poppy Carl, the Bad Boy. Shout out to Jalen Bassaway come through, checking stuff out, showing a little bit of love to the homie. Thank you for that, sir. I appreciate it, even if it's for a second. As long as he hit like and left, I'm happy like a mofo. So that's what it's all about. Usually my two co-hosts are here, but one of them might be out stabbing somebody right now, and the other one is probably asleep at home, talking about, oh, I was tired. That's how it goes. So this show is all about Philadelphia, the My Part of Town podcast. Our Philadelphia bio for this week is going to be about Coleman Domingo, who is a great actor, and we're going to talk about him a little bit later. For now, though, we always start off every show with a quick Philly review of what's going on in the city. So I'm going to go ahead and share some screens, and let's check out what's going on with the sports right now in my city. Everything looks good. Yes, it does. You should see it popped up. And let's see what's going on with these stinking Sixers right now. Now, if you don't know, in Philadelphia, we love our teams, but we get so frustrated because we don't win enough championships that we call them stinking. So the stinking Sixers, the stinking Eagles, the stinking Flyers, the stinking whoever else, the stinking Phillies. Yeah, we're kind of upset and frustrated. I don't know what's wrong with us. Also, it's my first stream on Cat Poop Crazy, but I'm trying to get the streams up, and we'll see if anybody else comes through later. So let's see what's going on right now with sports in my city. One moment. All right, so let's check out our Sixers right now. Right now, they're looking pretty good. I believe they are second in the division. You can see the numbers right up front as far as what they're doing as far as skill, 8th in field goal percentage, second in
We are second in 3-point percentage? Wow. I didn't even know that. I didn't know the Sixers could shoot that good. Okay, shut me up. 12th in points scored and 27th in rebounds. What is that about? How do we have Joel Embiid and we're 27th in rebounds? Like what the heck is going on there? Oh, just got a text from my landlord. Looks like they fixed the water. That's a good thing. See, when you live in LA downtown, you might get some ghetto texts like, hey, your water's messed up for the next couple hours. It's like living in Africa. I swear. It's ridiculous. I know everybody thinks Los Angeles is great, but downtown Los Angeles, you might as well move to Africa. I say they got your internet's going to go down. The power is going to go out for a couple of days. Your water's going to be cut off for a couple of nights. It's the craziest thing when you live in downtown Los Angeles. I swear. But the funny thing is, not all so much crime happens in this location. I was hoping my guys would be in here so they could give us a quick update and wrap up what's going on in Philly. But we'll start from the exterior perspective of what's going on. Let's see what else is going on with the Sixers. So last thing we had with them is their last game they played against the Dallas Mavericks. We did win 116-108. I just want to say, Kyrie Irving and the Dallas Mavericks is not working out. Not one bit. Not even close to working out. Ooh, my bacon is done. And that's terrible, but good for us. Our next game we got coming up is going to be against the Toronto Raptors. Now, I'm going to tell you something. The Toronto Raptors, I don't know what it is. They got our number, whether they're good or bad. Always a headache. Ever since the Allen Iverson, Vince Carter playoffs, Toronto has been a pure headache for the Sixers. So we'll see how that goes on. Of course, some of the news that they're talking about is giving Joel Embiid. They criticized him for not playing. So let's see. Joel Embiid fires back at criticisms about sitting in a matchup versus Nikolai Jokic. You want to know why? I love Embiid, but the Joker was going to bust his ass. Now, they might say it's a back-to-back, he's injured thing, because Doc Rivers runs his players into injury. I don't know if you ever noticed that with the Clippers, with Boston, with the Sixers. He is based on one-on-one offense. Doc Rivers has no offense. His offense is give it to the star, let him dribble around a lot, and then kick to somebody open. No plays, no offense, no nothing, okay? People think Doc Rivers is one of the greatest coaches. He's actually one of the worst coaches. He's Black Mike D'Antoni. And I'm also out here, and I'm a Clippers fan too, because I had to pick a team that was red, white, and blue and loses all the time and let you down. I don't know what's wrong with me. But Ty Lue, he's off the Doc Rivers tree. One-on-one offense, no plays, terrible roster use, dribble, drive, kick out. And they wonder why the Clippers and the Sixers never going to win. It's those two guys. They need some real coaches that tell people to pass the ball. Ball movement is how you win. But we're doing good right now. We're second in the East, as I believe. Let's check it out. Let me bring it up here. Let me see if they got the standings over here somewhere. It's only about 6 or 7 games left in the rest of the season. And we are in a very good spot. Let's see what the NBA standings are right now. And let's go to Eastern. And yep, we're second in the East right now. In the playoffs for the entire league, we're third in the playoffs. So we got the 3 seed, so we're still a home team. We'll probably be playing who? 3, 4, 5, 6. So we'll probably be playing Brooklyn to open it up. Wow. Now, look at that. They traded Kyrie Irving and Kevin Durant, and the Brooklyn Nets are still in the playoffs. I guarantee you, if they were both on the team, they'd probably be about to miss the playoffs. But that's a whole nother conversation. Of course, we got the playing teams down below: Miami, Atlanta, Toronto, who we need to beat to mess with them. Chicago, who the Lakers just took out after taking a loss to them. So that's their issue. And yeah, we're looking pretty solid. So that's the Sixers. As far as the rest of Philadelphia sports, let's check out the NHL. And let's see what's going on with the stinking Flyers. Yeah, you know, as a Philly fan, you always got to be angry when you talk about teams. So let's check out and see what these standings are. I bet you the Flyers are like way down in the standings, like way, way, way down. Let's see. Oh my God, this is about to be so terrible. Let's see. Well, we're definitely not in the playoff picture. So that's a warning. We wait out here. We are, what is this? So not too bad. We are, oh my God, we are 29 and 32. All right, so the Flyers suck right now, but that's what life is all about. Let's see where we are in our own division and whatnot. Let's see. God, we're next to the bottom in our division. So the Flyers suck right now. There's no baseball going on, but I'm sure all the kind of spring training and all that is about to start, and they're going to be out there soon. And of course, the Eagles, or what we call them, the Eagles, them Eagles, you know, them birds, baby. Let's see what the stinking Eagles is talking about. Even though it's not season time, but we might as well get hyped for next year so we can feel better about what happened in the daggone playoffs. Let's see here. Teams, Philadelphia. Let's see what's going on there. So the stinking Eagles, as far as last year, we was 9th in passing, 5th in rushing, 3rd in total yards. We actually had a really top level offense. I didn't realize we went 14-3. God, we had a really great season last year and whatnot. And let's see what the news report says. It says we're hiring an assistant coach from some sort of college program and a whole bunch of other crap. Now let's check out some of the Sixer news, which I skipped over since that's the only active team right now. So let's see what's going on. Now, everybody's worried about James Harden. Now, I don't know if you guys have noticed, James Harden is reaching the end of his career. So he's taking it slow. He's got some kind of Achilles injury, which that's what took Kobe Bryant out. If you remember when that thing popped, you say, hey, did you kick me? It was his Achilles that went. So James Harden is at risk of being a Kobe Bryant scenario. Of course, we did really good against the Mavericks recently, and we actually are on a 3-game losing skid. Jesus Christ, Sixers, what's going on with you? Now, I don't know what the story is with this Matt McClung guy. I guess we signed him for 3 days just so he could win the dunk contest, but he's kicking butt in the G League. But I guess he's not good at basketball. And it's almost like Matt McClung is a black guy. I don't know. Is that racist? Don't cancel me. And whatnot. I don't know, but if he sucks at basketball, but he can jump high, I'm just saying. You should see some of the people in the league that have had their chances. So we'll leave it at that. So that's the Philly sports wrap-up to start things off. Let's bring up our next scenario, which is current Philadelphia news. And let's see what's going on in the streets of Philly. So let me hit my little share button, share screen. Share this, bring it up, and let's see what we got going on. So in Philly right now, you can see that there's a lot of stuff going on. It says a man and woman was shot at a SEPTA station in Philly. Let's click on this. Let's see if we can get a video to listen to.
Look for daily
coming up right now
from NBC
Hit the big button
Valley
so
Forge
spread out.
tourism camp situated in the heart
That's what we're talking about.
of Montgomery County, live at 6 a.m. and
Put my
11
audio
a.m.
up so I can hear it.
Brought to you by the Valley Forge Tourism and Convention Board. Plan your visit at
All right,
valleyforge.org.
commercial.
Hey, Jackie, we just got some new information from police. They tell us the shooting happened around 9:30 tonight, where a man and a woman were shot on the mezzanine level at the Snyder Station along the Broad Street line earlier tonight. If we take a look at some video from earlier, you can see this active scene at the station in South Philadelphia. Police say a man was shot in his back. He is in critical condition. A woman was shot in the leg. She is in stable condition. Both were taken to area hospitals for treatment. Now, police say there were other officers in the area that heard the gunshots, and they saw the suspect running from the subway station on the street level. Police chased that suspect down, and they were able to arrest him. They say they also found the gun that was believed to be used in this shooting here. They're also looking into the possibility of a second shooter, but that is still in the preliminary process of this investigation. We talked to police a little bit earlier today about the motive. This is what they had to say.
Don't know why. We don't know a motive. And right now, I'm not sure how many individuals were in the subway at the time, but this happened right around 9:40 p.m. And the Broad Street subway at Broad and Snyder is usually pretty busy with pedestrian traffic, individuals getting on the train and getting off the train.
And as for SEPTA riders, SEPTA says that the Broad Street line train will be bypassing the Snyder Station as this remains
Not the
an
NBC Channel
active
10
crime
News.
scene. We're live in South Philadelphia. Johnny Archer, NBC 10 News.
There it is. So, we're shooting people inside the SEPTA stations. If you don't know, SEPTA means Southeastern Pennsylvania Transportation Authority. If you didn't know that. Most of you other places you have what's called a metro because they're lazy. Where we did it, they actually named it after the area, Southeastern Pennsylvania. So the rest of Pennsylvania does not have this bus system. It is literally for the southeastern part. PA, and it's called SEPTA. Also a wonderful place. Let's see what else is going on here. What's this right here? Let's check it out.
Look for daily views from NBC 10's new Valley Forge tourism cam, situated in the heart of Montgomery County, live at 6 a.m. and 11 a.m. Brought to you by the Valley Forge Tourism and Convention Board. Plan your visit at valleyforge.org.
Those walking up and down Frankfurt Ave today might notice something new. Many are stopping to snap a pic or hang out with the 9 life-size statues around Mayfair. Don't worry, this is art you can touch. In fact, you're encouraged to interact with it.
We bring pieces to cities, to locations, to help build community.
Claire Brown oversees the studio for Seward Johnson, an artist originally from New Jersey who passed away 3 years ago. He's known for his bronze sculptures of ordinary people doing ordinary things.
And as you look at the sculpture, you see that Seward Johnson's goal was to celebrate the little moments in life.
There's a boy on his dad's shoulders in front of Mayfair Diner. This mailman fittingly next to the post office. These ladies chit-chatting outside Gino's Pizzeria, and this tribute to veterans at one of the busiest intersections in Mayfair, Frankfurt and Cotton. All these sculptures meant to attract more people, including Philly residents, to Mayfair.
Not necessarily a tourist attraction, but I mean, there is history here in Mayfair.
Donnie Smith with the Mayfair Business Improvement District spearheaded this project. He's aware Mayfair isn't exactly top of mind for visitors, but he hopes this will bring out more people to see the art and meanwhile support their local businesses.
It'll allow people that are visiting Philadelphia to come and not only see Seward Johnson's work, but also learn about Mayfair.
In Mayfair, Karen Hua, NBC 10 News.
There it is. That's a beautiful scenario. Excellent. Look at that. So there's nice stuff in Philadelphia. Oh my God, what is this?
Glenn, he told us what he says happened. Of course, it will be up to investigators to get to the bottom of all of this. Body camera video will certainly be part of the evidence.
Not during
in terms
eviction.
of the woman who was shot, she's in the hospital. She's critical, but we do hear that she is alert. She is talking. The husband, we spoke to him after he spent a long day talking to police. He's headed to the hospital now.
I seen when he drawed up and he jumped like this. Bow, shot her just like that. Boom.
Gabriel Plummer says his wife, 35-year-old Angel Davis, is in the hospital with a gunshot wound to the head. It happened here at the Girard Court Apartments, where Philadelphia police say a Ritz server, an employee of the landlord-tenant office, a private entity that carries out court orders, shot Davis while serving eviction paperwork.
What?
He made contact with the residents inside, and at some point during that contact, a physical struggle ensued, at which time the Ritz server discharged his firearm, striking the female resident in her head one time.
He was trying to push the door open. We pushing it closed because you're not coming in here. We don't know what's going on.
Allegedly, there was a knife involved. That's why he discharged his firearm. So we have to figure that out.
Oh, so he's like a
Plummer
cop.
claims that's
He
not
had a
true
knife. I had
and
to shoot
insists that crime scene evidence would show that he was trying to give back some personal items the worker dropped in the apartment during the encounter.
He dropped his badge, a watch, and some metal thing. I don't know what it was. I just picked it up. I'm giving to your property. I'm coming out. Can we talk? What's going on? Let me know what's going on. He had his drawing it like this. Drawing, get back, get back, get back, get back. He kept saying that.
That's when Plummer insists the worker fired his gun.
Is that typical that a Ritz server, as you describe them, would be armed in these kinds of situations, serving an eviction notice?
So I can't speak as to what their policies and protocols are.
You
But
seen
the
the Philly
lieutenant
news
says
lately?
in
I was
Pennsylvania,
strapped.
the employee
Like,
involved
yeah,
is
you need to
legally
pay your
allowed to
rent.
carry a gun in his role enforcing the law with the proper
pay your rent.
certification. While investigators try to sort out exactly what led to the gunfire, Plummer is thinking of his wife.
So far, I heard she's doing okay.
She got shot in the head, and she's doing.
And I spoke to the lieutenant involved in this case just a moment ago, and he said, yes, his police officers at the hospital, they are monitoring what's going on. She is alert, conscious, and they're continuing to watch her recovery. I did reach out to the landlord tenant office, a lawyer who represents that private entity, but I have not heard back. I also reached out to the apartment complex here. They say they cannot comment on the shooting. Reporting live in North Philly, I'm Rosemary Connors, NBC 10 News.
Wow, that was crazy right there. Let's go through some more Philly news and see what else. Shot the woman.
Jackie,
in
the intersection is completely open now. There were 2 cars involved in this. Both of them collided with each other right here at 15th and Ray Streets. 4 people in total got hurt because of this accident. Let's go to the scene right here. Skyforce 10 was over this entire intersection just before 3 o'clock this afternoon. Now, the black Ford Expedition, that is the commissioner's car. She was riding in the front passenger seat. Her driver was operating the SUV, which you can see right there, got herself out of when they got hit. Now, the black Jeep is the 42-year-old male Uber driver's car. A 42-year-old female was in the back passenger seat when police say the driver of the Uber was going down 15th Street and ran the red light, hitting the commissioner's SUV as it was going through the green light on Ray Street. Both vehicles came to a dead stop in the intersection.
When your signal turns red, or even if it's orange or yellow, however you want to say it, that's not an indication to speed up. It's actually an indication to stop, slow down.
Now, of course, they're thankful. All 4 people involved are enlisted in stable condition. The Uber driver and his passenger, they were taken to Jefferson, last listed in stable condition. We're told that the airbags in the Jeep, they did deploy, but none of the airbags deployed in the commissioner's SUV. That's the latest from Center City. Leah Uko, NBC 10 News. Jackie.
Uko, she like a little half black, half Asian girl, huh? Hey, Uko. Hey, Uko. Now I want to talk about something. Let me
look for daily views from NBC 10.
I want to talk about this. If you're a Philadelphia person, we have a very bad habit of running yellow lights and red lights. We actually had a phrase for it. It was called doing a Hollywood. And usually it was stop signs we would run. But when I was a kid, I don't know how I'm not dead to this day. We used to race up Broad Street in Philly after the club to go to Broad and Diamond, the McDonald's. Everybody knows about B&Ds and whatnot. Broad and Diamond, the McDonald's up there. You leave the club, you come from South Philly, you go straight up Broad Street, you park at B&D's, you get a grub, and you talk to some girls, right? We used to race up Broad Street at probably 70 to 90 miles an hour, running red light after red light after red light. And it was perfectly normal. And I'm going to tell you, as an older man now, I was an idiot. I don't know what I was thinking. And I would recommend to any young person from Philly that sees this video, don't run red lights. Don't speed unnecessarily. And don't do dangerous things in other people's cars. Because I was in my mama's car doing this stuff. Okay? So that's one thing. Let's go on to the next story, see what's going on.
New Valley Forge tourism cam situated in the heart of Montgomery County, live at 6 a.m. and 11 a.m.
The tourist cam.
Brought to you by the Valley Forge Tourism and Convention Board. Plan your visit
let me tell you something. No one homies in Philly, they might shoot at the tourist cam.
Police tell us the shooting happened around 9:30 tonight, where a man and a woman were shot on the mezzanine level at the Snyder Station along the Broad Street line.
Stop. And let's see what else we got going on here. Let's see what we got going on here. New driver safety.
Great change.
Got these commercials.
Small acts.
What kind of news channel is
Thank
this?
you with the heart at American Heritage Credit Union.
TV commercials
Here,
but you know,
every
give them
debit
their
and
money.
credit
Fair
card
use,
purchase you make
Channel 10.
supports local pediatric music therapy
Channel
programs.
10. I ain't gonna hate.
It's just one of the many ways you can join our mission to transform lives and strengthen our communities. One day, $1, one smile at a time. Join American Heritage Credit Union today.
At the rest stop in Smyrna, a park with 867 bricks engraved to remember folks who have lost their lives on Delaware roads.
We added to that number last night.
Yep, just hours before a news conference here, we learned of the 32nd traffic death this year. It was on Kirkwood Highway.
32nd death this
Police
year
are
by
stepping up
traffic?
education and aggressive driving controls, and now lawmakers are stepping things up on their end as well. Last year, Delaware tied its all-time record for traffic fatalities from the very busy roads up north and down at the beaches to the rural parts of the state. It was a really bad year. 165 people lost their lives on Delaware roads. Lawmakers are introducing a pack of bills to hopefully save lives, especially those of the innocent good drivers victimized by the bad decisions of others, like the family killed late last year by a wrong-way driver on I-495 in Wilmington. The new bills would make any violation over 90 miles per hour a reckless driving crime. They would ban open containers of alcohol in most private vehicles. It would expand move-over laws to include every vehicle on the side of any road. All motorcyclists would have to wear a helmet for the first 2 years they have a license. There would be more specific requirements for child safety seats, and all state-owned snow plows would get green flashing lights, which are apparently much easier to see in snowy conditions. For more specifics on all these bills, go to NBC10.com/findit-on-10.
And this is a really, really serious issue.
It said if he'll sign or veto the newly passed recreational marijuana legalization bill. He said again today that people driving under the influence of weed remains one of his big concerns.
I worry about impaired driving, whether it's alcohol or some sort of drug like marijuana.
Okay, this guy, nobody's ever crashed a car on weed. Weed is not why you crash
cars. We don't
cars.
have a good sobriety test yet for it. It's more subjective.
Every single morning,
Pass the bill,
I see an
legalize
accident.
marijuana,
I watch
locking the
people
homies up.
cutting in and out of lanes.
Lots of us in Delaware have had similar experiences to hers, but new laws will only help if they're enforced and word spreads quickly that police are watching closely. Tim Furlong, NBC 10 News.
Shout out to Philadelphia for moving into the legalization of marijuana. That is outstanding. But all that crap about DUIs on weed, that's BS.
Four of them
you don't
children.
drive 2 miles an
May
hour.
26th of last year. Some homes still remain a shell of what they once were.
Unfortunately, my walls and my ceilings are cracking everything, but we're gradually fixing things up.
The damage was minor to several folks who live here who still see the debris and still wonder what happened.
I mean, you can't just sit around and say it wasn't gas. Why did it take almost 9-10 months later to come out and say that?
The Public Utility Commission says natural gas did not contribute to the blast. Officials said last year there were no natural gas lines running to the home. Houses like Donald's, too, have no gas running to his house. Electric only, he says. In its statement, the PUC said individual propane service, which is outside the jurisdiction of the PUC, was observed in the rear of the building, and cites that jurisdiction as to why it won't say if the homes on Hale Street had underground propane lines or external tanks on the property.
They had one good-sized tank and everything for, like, using your stove and everything and stuff. It's like almost like a torpedo, almost a good-sized one.
So you saw a propane tank at one of the homes, or both?
Just the one where the people were living in.
Now, the ATF is handling the investigation into what caused the blast and so far has not released its findings. The borough said in a statement that the information released by the Public Utility Commission gives them one step closer to determining a cause here and says it will work with agencies until a cause of this blast has been determined. In Pottstown, Deanna Durante, NBC 10 News.
Shout out to NBC 10 with all these great stories. I'm gonna pause this next one when it comes up. Let's see. Actually, we'll play it for another minute, and then I'll get into talking about some stuff by myself. Let's play this
views
last
from
part.
NBC 10's new Valley Forge tourism cam, situated in the heart of Montgomery
After
County.
that, I'm
live
also
at
going to
6
put the
a.m.
link
and
in the
11 a.m.
chat. So if anybody
Brought
wants
to you
to pull
by
up
the Valley
randomly,
Forge Tourism
my
and Convention
co-host
Board.
must be out doing
Plan your
something
visit
crazy.
at valleyforge.org.
And police this morning announced that motive could possibly be robbery. They're still looking for the 3 people involved in this attack and the shooting death of Devin Whedon. Now, we do know that there is surveillance video police are looking for, but we also found surveillance video that shows the moments and the confrontation before the attack. Take a look at this video. It's blurry, but gives us a clearer picture of the attack before the shooting. You see 3 or 4 people walking towards the camera in the direction of Simon Gratz High School. Another group approaches them and a fight erupts. We won't show you the shooting out of respect for Devin Whedon's family. Seconds later, you can see 3 people run across multiple lanes of traffic, dodging cars as they got away. Police still looking for the 3 people involved. They're now saying this was a robbery.
I want to ask all 3 of them dudes,
Why did you kill my son? Last night, we learned more about 15-year-old Devin, who played football at Simon Gratz and was described as a good kid by faculty and friends. The Gratz campus closed today for a day of healing. Meanwhile, police, they're reviewing surveillance footage from other cameras in the area and offering a $30,000 reward for information that leads to the arrest of the 3 men involved.
I went to prison because I ain't went.
Now, if you notice, this crime was committed with a handgun. Now, we had the recent issue in Nashville. And what do you hear from Democrats and most people in Philly are Democrats? Ban assault weapons. Well, if you know anything about this situation, handguns are the #1 reason for shootings. So they want to ban assault weapons, but they don't want to get Medicare for all to get people with psychological issues. They want to work on bringing back manufacturing to get the kids that are doing these robberies jobs. They don't want to work on, you know what? I'm getting upset because the solutions Democrats and most people in Philly and everybody else has does not save lives. And this is a prime example. Didn't nobody shoot nobody with an assault weapon here, but yet they're dead. The girl that just got shot earlier getting evicted, wasn't no assault weapon. The other people that were shot in the subway, wasn't no assault weapon. So what is banning assault weapons going to do? When you hear that from Democrats, when you hear that from old colored folk that don't know nothing, they're just saying what's cool. But do they really care about saving lives? Back to the story, I'm getting upset.
When they snitch on somebody, and I spent my entire youth in prison, 31 years. 31 years. And it feels like I'm reliving that again. Only this time I'm taking action.
Community activist and Pulitzer Prize winner Suave Gonzalez shares his story, trying to keep young people from getting caught up in a life of crime. He and other activists are looking to change the culture of violence on Philly's streets and hoping the people involved in this shooting come forward.
If you see something, say something. Because when it's your nephew, your brother, your father, your son, or your daughter, you're going to want me to say something if I see it.
Yep.
So we should at least honor that young guy's family by giving them that peace of mind that they need. No child deserves to die in the city of Philadelphia.
And I want to back up what he said. We have this problem with a no snitching rule. Well, I'm going to tell you something. It is only snitching when you're telling somebody that you did the crime with, one or two of you get caught, and then you snitch. If you're a stranger, if you don't know these criminals, it's not snitching. Because just like that man said, if it's your uncle, your son, your father, your brother, your daughter, you're going to want somebody to say something. Don't protect strangers. Protect people you know. Now, if you're a thug on the street and you doing dirt and you and your homie get caught, shut your mouth. But everybody else, it's time to start snitching because people do these things because they know they can get away with it. Let the story finish.
Again, police offering $30,000 reward for any information that leads to an arrest. And the last update they gave this morning, no arrest yet. They also haven't found the weapon that was used in this shooting. I'm Miguel Martinez-Valle, NBC 10 News.
There it is. Let's see what else we got for another story. And actually, we're going to take a little small break right there. I'm going to pause this bad boy. Boom. Also, just to be crazy, I'm going to go ahead and throw the link in the chat. I figure, oh, we got Volo Tamp in here. There we go. We got somebody.
Yeah.
Yeah, what the deal? What the deal? What's happening?
Yeah, man. They getting the better for the duck.
All right, that was not English. What's going on with you, man?
They got the butter from the duck, man.
They got the butter from a duck, so you drain too. You just waking up from a nap.
Yeah, man. I was up at the thing, and the next thing I know, 12:30. Like, dang, what the hell?
That's how it happens. That's how it happens. It'll sneak up on you. So what's been going on?
The working my ass off.
Ain't nothing wrong with that. They still got you getting up at the crack of dawn.
Yeah, so I gotta get back up in a few hours.
Has it been consistently the same spot?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I guess that's a good thing. Any issues?
Huh?
Any issues?
No, it's cool with this place. Yeah, I'm usually chilling, but they just want me to, do a couple different things, and you know, I mean, I'm showing off, but you know, tomorrow should be a better day.
Nice. What's the weather like back home? Is it cold? Nice? What's
No,
happening?
it was beautiful today. We rode the bike and everything, me and the young boy.
Nice. Excellent. And so what's going on with the young boy? Everything all right with him?
Yeah, he good. You know, he you know, and that's why I've been on my rant with the people and everything. You know, it's all personal stuff. Talking about percentages and black people versus Asian and whites and Hispanics as far as single parent homes and how the system is working against us and why black people are the majority of foster children and stuff like that. It's ridiculous.
Right. Well, did you have any assessments on that? This is actually why we have a show.
Well, I ain't want to change topic. You about to get into this whole snitching thing.
Well, no, I was just going through news reports, so I was just basing it off the snitching situation because I actually already broke it down that it's not snitching if you tell on a total stranger that you see do a crime. It's only snitching when you would do a crime with somebody and then one or two of you get caught and then you tell. That's snitching. But it ain't snitching if you looking out the Tyrone shoot somebody. Hey, I saw some dude named Tyrone with a hat and a shirt on. He had a Marvin the Martian shirt on. Go catch his ass. That's not snitching, and that's something we need to bring back. Bring back snitching. And it's not really snitching. It's just being a concerned citizen. Because if these guys knew that everybody else around there would actually say something to the cops, they probably wouldn't be doing daytime shootings. One of them was somebody got shot in the subway. Another guy shot a lady while he was doing the eviction notice. I don't know what's going on. And then the other people, the police commissioner just got in a car crash with an Uber driver that ran a red light. So everything's going crazy. But I didn't have any specific topics, so you can go ahead and talk about whatever you're going to talk about.
Yeah. With the children growing up in single homes, you're looking at Asians that 1 out of 5 Asian children are growing up in single parent homes, which equates to 20%. Yep. Whereas blacks, you're talking about 2 out of 3 black children are growing up in single parent homes. So you're talking more like 66%. 66%. Yep. But it is usually higher than that because now you're dealing with, you know, women with multiple baby daddies and with, you know, multiple children from different fathers or whatever. And it's just ridiculous, you know. Where it relates with Boom is it's you know and it's happening in my family where you know the mother and father's not in the same household and now you're sharing the kids, so now it helps further divide when you know he wants ice cream. You know what I mean? It's like, oh, I can just go to mommy today and get ice cream and not go to daddy tomorrow. And since we're not in the same household, he can ice cream every day now.
Yeah. I mean, that's pretty much the concept. One of the things that I had a theory about with the modernization of times, the modernization of families and relationships and family changing into this new, where basically the average American family is a woman, a kid, and whatever, right? But not together. And one of our theories is that it's part of a slight conspiracy because if the families are broken up, then now you got 2 people that got to work. You got 2 people that got to pay for 2 separate homes, 2 separate cars, 2 separate sets of gas, 2 separate sets of groceries. So it doubles the outcome of the work that you're getting, and it's great for the economy. Yeah, it's real deep and whatnot. And you know me, I always theorize this back till after they gave civil rights back in 1965, right? They got civil rights back in 1965. So before, you had a large job market of mostly Caucasian men who were the people that were available and easily able to work without trouble. But then in 65, you got all these African Americans now who are considered finally humans for the first time in their life. My mom was 17 when she became a human, just to put that in perspective. So now you've doubled the job market. But then you got women's lib that came along in the 70s. You know, they're burning bras, flashing boobies. Now you got triple the size of the job market. You used to be able to run a home by yourself back then. I just gave a talk on one of my other channels about how my parents, they bought their house for $30,000 when they were young. Neither of them went to college. They both got out and got trade jobs. One became a cop after the military, and the other one was an X-ray technician, all from that. And they were able to buy that house. I was saying that if my parents had the same jobs that they had back then today, they couldn't afford the house they're in because that house is now worth about $200,000. So it's not like people are working less or working more. Everything else is going up, but the pay has stayed the same. And that's because they have a larger job market. So if somebody won't take the job, there's some other thirsty person out there that wants it. So I do believe there is some sort of conspiracy to take advantage of that, which is killing the middle class.
Yeah.
I'm supposed to know about it, Jack.
Yeah, man. I'm saying women doing driving deliveries with their children in the car at midnight. Like,
yep.
That don't make no sense, man.
Yeah, well, that's the game. I remember my mom used to go pick up my sister from them parties when she was out there being for the streets. And she would take me out at 2 a.m. She's like, all right, come on, CJ, we got to go get your sister. I'm like, I just want to say, she's like, wow, you too young for me to leave you alone. So she throw me in the back of the car. I would literally be in the trunk sleeping while you picking up my sister. So I guess, that should have been a hint at what we're dealing with today. That's what it is. Any other topics on your mind?
BAS ain't on today, huh?
Yeah, I can't keep track of you ninjas. I'm about to start putting out the link and just inviting other people to the show during the week.
I know, man.
I got to do something about it. I mean, I can't just sit here and babble through the news by myself, which I could and whatnot. But, it's always good to have. Matter of fact, I'm gonna throw the link in the chat. If any random person happens to come along, you go ahead and click on that link and come on the show. Why not, right? Maybe that'll add some flair. And we can hear some things about your city and where you're from. Show.
No.
And tell us about your city. TITY. And I think that's the right one, right? And then I click on that and put that in there. And then I do that. So yeah, click on the link if you want to come on in if you're watching through YouTube, even though I doubt that anybody is. Screw you guys, but that's fine. I don't care. We're going to live stream. I'm trying to get my weight up. I'm actually experimenting today on my YouTube because I figure I want to see how it goes. I want to see if the YouTube will give me a hard time for playing my music or take it down, but it's looking good so far. And it's good to help my content for the algorithm. So we'll see how that goes. We'll see if somebody pops up. But past that, anything else on your mind? I know you missed out on Monday, so what's been going on?
Well, we're still getting ready for baseball and Philly starting up soon. I was watching the Sixers before I passed out too. I don't know if they won or not.
Was this a Dallas game?
Yeah.
They won 116 to like 110 or something like that. And they got Toronto next. What do you think about that Toronto game?
They should win that too. And they've been kind of resting him. So they might rest somebody.
They sat him down for the Denver game.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was just like, was it back-to-backs or was it just because Doc Rivers is a terrible coach who runs his players to death?
He played back-to-backs the games before then. That's what it was.
So yeah, Doc Rivers running people to death.
Yeah.
I got it. And James Harden, they said he's got a tight Achilles right now.
Yeah.
Well, that is what it is. But at least we're still second in our division, third in the overall East for the playoffs. So it looks like we're going to be playing number 6 this year. So that's pretty good. And we're in a great position. So we'll see how it goes. Hopefully everybody will be healthy by playoff time. When does the Philly start?
That starts next week too.
next week. Do you know who their first game is against?
Nah, I don't know that one.
All right. Well, let's pull up some.
We going to a game on like the end of the month.
Oh, y'all going to a game at the end of the month?
Yeah, Shells hooked us up with some tickets for the end of the month.
Nice. That's ain't nothing wrong with that. Let's see here. I'm just looking around. I'm just gonna pull up the Phillies stuff. First, I mean, let's see what Yahoo Sports got to say about our Phillies MLB teams and the stinking Phillies. I was telling people beforehand that even though we love our teams in Philly, we always are used to disappointment, so we always call them the stinking something.
Mm-hmm.
Stinking.
I gotta use the restroom real quick.
Was that?
I use the restroom.
Go ahead, pee your brains out, son. I'm gonna go ahead and pull up some of these Phillies, see what's going on with the Philadelphia Phillies, see what the news is about them. Let's go ahead and share that so we can see what's going on. I'm gonna talk about the Phillies while Bolo is urinating on stuff. So let's see what's going on here. I don't see no real good messages about Phillies. They ain't really saying much. World Series matchup, bandwagon, blah, blah, blah. Draft, popping lineups, fantasy baseball. Some dude named Judge gets a whole bunch of daggone money, whatever. Okay, yeah. They're clearly tripping. They got news about Kyrie. Wait, what did Kyrie? Oh, this is old news. And it got the nerve to be old news. He's still in a Nets jersey. So the Phillies are getting ready to start their season. Says right here, we got a new outfielder named Pash from the Oakland A's. That was from the minor league. Apparently, he's going to be a very talented player. So we'll see how that goes. What else is happening? God, they're talking about everything but the Phillies. That's crap right there. Well, that's how it goes. What can we do? Got the last games. It looks like the next game is going to be on 3:30. So Thursday on the 30th, the Philadelphia Phillies will be playing the Texas Rangers. So we'll see how that goes. Hopefully we had a great preseason effort, which is pretty daggone cool. And I guess these are some of the preseason games. We played Toronto Blue Jays, the New Jersey Yankees, the Baltimore Orioles, and the Blue Jays 2 more times. So that's cool. And then our next game coming up on the 30th is going to be what looks like, I guess, the season opener, which will be against the Texas Rangers. And we're going to play them 3 times in a row. Baseball is weird. So what are they playing, all series now? That's interesting. 3 with the Texans, 3 with the Yankees, 3. Is that how baseball? Oh, wait, he's in the bathroom. I'll ask when he gets back. So that's very weird. I didn't know that. Are they playing all games in a series type of format? Because it's like 3 games. It's just like at this, at that. Then we're home against the Cincinnati. What are they called? Reds. Which shout out to Marge Shot getting a racist on, right? But that's what life is all about. We got the Miami, whatever those what is it, the Marlins or something like that. Remember, it used to be the Florida Marlins. It's amazing how life changed. And then we're back playing Cincinnati at home. Jesus Christ, it seems like we play people just all the way over. Let's see what's going on here. It looks like we got a small injury for one of our players called Rise Hopkins. He's on a 60-day injured list due to ACL. I hope he wasn't good. He's a first baseman, but I guess first basemen don't have to move. We did a nice little trade for whoever the heck LHP is. Gabriel Yanes. We sent him to the Minnesota Twins. Blah, 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 blah. Philadelphia Phillies traded, blah, blah, blah. Right-handed pitcher, Billy Sullivan to the Oakland A's. So there's trades and moves going on, and everybody's getting ready. Let's see what the 2023 rankings. Let's see if any of our Philly guys are in the rankings. Is that a Philadelphia? Yes. Real Muto. I guess that's the Philadelphia's catcher, and I guess he's one of the top catchers. Well, that's pretty cool. Let's see what we got here. Let's see what the rankings are. Yes, we have the top ranked catcher. So I didn't notice about the Philadelphia Phillies. We have the top ranked catcher in the entire major league of baseball. I dropped my earpiece. I like to hear my sound to make sure it's okay. And yeah, he's number one in fantasy. So that's pretty cool that we actually have the best catcher in baseball. Huh. We better have a good year. And you talking all that trash for the Real Muto? Real Muto. JT Real Muto. The best catcher in Major League Baseball. I didn't know we had that.
Yeah.
So that's pretty cool. Who else is some of our great players, Volo?
Oh, man, you got too many players, man.
Wait, are we gonna suck this year?
No. We should go to the World Series again.
We playing that money ball, huh? It's like, we got one good player and 27 crappy players, but we gonna play good baseball. So that's cool.
So this is basically a web app, huh? I'm trying to figure this web app out, man.
What you talking about? StreamYards?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's basically it's a web app. That's what makes it stay more stable. I'm about to upgrade in the next few days so I can stream to multiple forms and also record every show. But yeah, it's a web app, and basically Zoom is dead, StreamYards is dead, and pretty much having on your computer to run it is unstable and inconsistent. So the new thing now is StreamYards, and there's a couple of other brands like them, and they make it super easy. I mean, I thought StreamYards made it easier for me. This is so easy, it's ridiculous. It's got the banner, it's got the thing, it's got the different windows, it's got the easy link to let people in. It's a phenomenal tool. Shout out to StreamYards for being a phenomenal tool. This is the free version, and it's kicking butt. I can only imagine once I pay the money in a couple of days, it's going to be even doper. So that's cool. Now, also, I do have a topic I'm going to talk about. Have you noticed that on Instagram and like Facebook stuff now that they charge to get a blue check?
Oh, for real?
Yeah, dude. I'm about to buy my blue check. It's like $15 a month, dog, to get a blue check. And I assume what that's going to do is it's going to put you above other people when you post and help you get like more views and stuff. So
yeah,
I'm going to invest in that and see how that goes. So I'm a little excited about that. Anything else going on?
No, that's all. Like I have kind of given up on the old traditional way of trying to get that blue check.
Oh yeah. Oh dude, I tried several times because I actually do know and socialize with a few so-called famous people, and I tried to submit for my blue check. And you know, you always get those fake inboxes like, oh yeah, we can get you a blue check. And I tried to get it myself by submitting, and they denied me both times. But I have a homeboy who has just as many followers as me, but his name is Rob Patillo. He's out in Boston now, but he used to hang out with Black China, the wrestler. You know, the wrestler China.
Yeah.
And he did a documentary with her. So since he's hooked up with that and all that, they just gave him a blue check. And I'm like, wait a minute, I know like 30 famous people. They follow me, they subscribe to me, they like my stuff. Why can't I get one? But now you can just buy it. So that just proves to you it wasn't really all that before, because people used to tell me I could buy my blue check before, but I was like, I ain't paying for that. I'm just submitting my daggone stuff. And now it looks like you can just buy your own blue check. So that's pretty cool, kind of.
Yeah. Oh, no.
Yeah, that's what I said. Uh-oh, they got the helicopter out there. They must be looking for somebody. So I ain't stole something. They probably just watching me, knowing the government.
Yeah.
How am I supposed to know about it, Jack? I can't do nothing about it. That's what's going on in the world. So also, of course, as mentioned later on, our Philly bio this week is going to be for Coleman Domingo, who is an actor, and we'll go over his story and what's going on with him. Of course, I want to thank you guys for watching. And once again, shout out to Jalen Boss for coming in and checking out the show for a short bit to show us some love. And I always say hi, and I'm going to keep this link up for anybody that wants to click in. If you want to come in randomly in the show, we'll talk about your city, talk about where you're from. I'll do an interview of you, talk about all the things that's going on with your childhood and what you like about the city you grew up in. So even though this show is about Philly, this is a city show. We want to learn about cities, what's going on, and what's cracking everywhere, because Philly isn't the only place where wild stuff is going down. Any other weekly wrap-up stuff?
Weekly wrap-up. I'm just working my butt off, man. This I did share I working this system of different apps, and I did share a page on my phone of how to work the different apps and how to really run your own business. That's what I'm calling myself now. I call it the agency. So it's just how many apps fit on the page? 20. You know what I mean? The 20 different apps that you can use to really run your own business, pretty much, quote unquote.
Right.
And I'm calling it the agency. I'll show up to these jobs, and the newbies be like, "Is he a temp?" And I'll be like, "Nah, I work for the agency."
I just had to close my window. Apparently, somebody just got murdered right outside my house, and the cops are circling around in that damn helicopter. The ghetto bird. Boom, boom, boom. Shout out to Ice Cube. So that's that. So you work in the apps, and you basically say it's your own business now, right?
Yeah. I call it the agency. I show up to a job to be like,
who do you think you are, John Wick?
Yeah, exactly. Because they don't know, like, you do. The company knows me. It's funny how they come in the background and it just see who's coming in and working for the company and everything. And so I'll be sitting there working, and I look up, and then it's like one of the top wigs walking by, and he'll give me the head nod, like, "What's up?" And I'll be like, "All right, what's up?" You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And they be watching the other workers and everything, but I got a little rep because I'm like platinum status and all this other stuff, and you know what I mean. And then I'll see, like, if somebody's doing something wrong. It could be something as simple as like have it on a phone or something. One of the people to come over, he'll send like one of the younglings over to go mess with them or whatever. Like, "Hey, put your phone away," kind of a thing.
Yeah.
It's like, being a part of management for so long, I could just see how they work in it now, where they don't really intervene because they don't want to get I don't know if it's being passive aggressive. You know what I mean? Where
Oh yeah,
I'm more of a hands-on manager. It's like, "Yo, man, put your phone away. Let's get this done," kind of a thing. They're sending people and working in the backgrounds, and they not really coming into you directly, and it feels like they scared to tell people to do, because people be retaliating now, like, out of control.
Yeah, modern times. It sounds like how modern day racism works. You don't just put on a KKK hat and shoot people anymore. You actually just do stuff like not give them a job and say slick stuff like, "Oh, slavery was embellished." Things like that. You're not on the YouTube, but there's a really big thing on YouTube going on right now with this Caucasian young lady named Pearly Things, who is part of the manosphere. She talks about men's issues, but she recently brought on a noted white supremacist, a Holocaust denier named something Nick Fuentes. And while she was talking to him, he was like, "Oh yeah, it was over exaggerated." The fool actually said that the gas chambers aren't really used for what they said they were used for, and they were used to clean clothes. And she was like, yeah, it's kind of like slavery. They embellish it and whatnot. She's like, even the guy from Roots, he said that he just wanted a myth. And people like that, all they do is they use slavery and stuff to control people and make it seem worse than it was. I'm like, yo, you do know Roots was the soft version, right? So this is how they do it, because she's not a blatant racist. She works about it, but she said that. And I'm like, well, if you think Roots was embellished and that's the soft version of slavery, that means you think slavery was nicer than Roots. Modern times. So yeah, but She's already got a 1.3 or 1.4 million followers. Doesn't matter how much racism she do, she's good. So that's that. How am I supposed to know? Did you have any big topics on your mind? Or what do you wait? Matter of fact, what are your feelings about what you just heard?
You know, it's well, you know, one of the things I'm trying to do, I'm trying to build a school, and we really do have to. I mean, we have to go back and actually read and study and understand the artifacts that the people from the past have written, the books and everything. Like we a lot of these new writers are, you know, they don't even quote, say, a Booker T. Washington or Frederick Douglass. They actually start creating their own stuff, and that's where it gets a little, you know, it gets a little conflicting or confronting. You know what I mean? Like, what's the guy? He blocked me though.
Jason Black?
No, Jason Black. Yeah, Jason Black blocked me.
Tariq Nasheed?
No. Tariq is he's too out of control to block
Umar
anybody. Who's the guy that does the African American or Indian? Where the Indians on Hunted?
Oh, Dane Calloway.
Dane Calloway.
Why did he block you?
I don't. Well, he blocked me on Twitter. I still don't know why he blocked me. You know, but I think I might have said something contrary to him because his main conspiracy theory is Harriet Tubman.
Yeah, what is that? Break it down.
Well, he's saying that she's a mythical character.
Mythical?
Yeah, she's not really, like, she really didn't, you know, the Underground Railroad isn't exactly how they said it was. The same with Nat Turner.
Parks?
No, Nat Turner is another one. He said Nat Turner is another.
Didn't do nothing.
Well, that he pretty much didn't exist.
It was not. Is that really what he's saying?
He's saying that they pretty much didn't exist. They're fictional characters. Not that, you know, people didn't revolt or escape from the South, but they made them up to be
heroes.
You know, false heroes. Like they're not really the people that they say that, you know, they teach us that they are. Which, you know, but he doesn't say the same with Truth Sojourner Truth.
Yeah.
Because she's actually you know, she was actually in court battles and everything like that.
Yeah, so you can't deny it.
Yeah, since the history of Nat Turner and Harriet Tubman is based upon like governmental kind of mythos. To make, you know, people believe that they're actually real people, kind of a thing. And he wrote a book about it and everything, him and his wife.
So basically, this Dane Calloway did what I said this Pearly Girl things did. She said that people are exaggerating or mythicizing slavery and slavery activities that didn't really happen to control people.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
He
and
does,
they wonder why people are anti-reparations. This is documented history.
The other famous one is the 1619 Project.
Wait, he said that's fake too?
No. But the guy that, you know, people that have written those books,
yeah,
you know, saying the 1619, you know, everything. But you got to actually, I have a book called Slavery from 1619 until 18, written by so I got to look all that up. It's on my phone. Where it is the population, like it doesn't include Africans that came in before 1619, and that's kind of what Dane Calloway is saying too. He's saying that, you know, that we were already here. We came over here by ourselves, and what more of you know, when
No,
Columbus.
previous. Now, I agree with him on that. Even Columbus actually described Africans when he got here.
Yeah.
That it was, and we were traveling from Africa. They even said that the only reason that Columbus found America is he went down to the western shore of Africa, and they gave him a map that showed him 3 jet streams, one in North America, one in South America, one to the islands, and he followed that to get over here. So we were already coming back and forth before, and that's why you see the Olmec heads in a bunch of places, all those big nose, wide lip things all over the world, because we were obviously traveling all over the world. We were the guys. We were going around teaching and showing everybody love, and they said we were here first, and basically it was us and the Native Americans. They got mixed in, and they somehow separated us out and ignored it, and then just focused everything on the new slaves that they brought over. One of the other things that the chick was saying was that she was anti-reparations. Now, mind you, you just heard the ignorance that she spewed about it being gas. So she's anti-reparations. You know her argument is for, she says, well, I don't know like how you would do that and distribute the money. And like, how would you know who gets it? And plus, everybody that was there is dead now, and everybody that's here didn't do anything. So that's how we should get reparations. How do you feel about that?
This whole gig thing has me like, now I want my reparations. Give me my damn money, right? So that I can build some shit. And it would influence others to build. We still would have that conflict, and where the children, if the children are separated from parents, it's still, I can go to mommy for this and I can go to daddy for that, and that's where you're going to have a hard time reestablishing the Black family, man, woman, and child.
No, that's exactly it. It's pretty complicated. Now, I don't know, did you hear about the reparations thing they're working on in California?
In San Francisco.
Yeah, and they was going to, I guess, cut everybody a $5 million check.
Yeah.
But then, like, the NAACP was like, nah, don't give him a check.
Yeah, now you're talking about W. Du Bois's cohorts.
Well, right? To an extent, I kind of agree with people not getting a check, because I know my people. 80% of us, we're just going to go buy Jordans in a truck full of cool stuff.
Exactly.
That's what we're going to do. We're going to go get Porsches, and we're going to give it right back to white people the next day. Like, I'm going to go get some Gucci. I'm going to go get me a Porsche, a Benz, anything that's not Black, I'm going to spend it all. And then like 20% of us will actually hold on to the money and do it. So I get that perspective, where maybe instead of cash, it's more of a services. Like for my presidential run, my whole plan is that, food. So every person, no matter how rich or poor you are, if you're African American, with proved descendancy through your family trees, state records, genetics and stuff, you would get an EBT card, basically. Even if you make $1 million a year, you get an EBT card. You get HUD housing, so you get cheap housing, because the Native Americans, some people pay $300 a month, but if you're a Native American in your area, like how Philly's been Black a long time, a lot of places been Black, they pay $25 a month for rent. And they have free health care, and they have free education. So I figure if you take health care off of Black people's back, you take rent off of Black people's back, education off of Black people's back, give them a break on food so they don't have to pay as much to buy food, in theory, whatever regular jobs they got, they can now save all that money from their job and then build with it. And it would kind of force them. Now, if they're still going to waste their money after all of that, fine. But most people, if you have it set up like that and they have this extra money and everything else is already taken care of, they probably won't have the desire to blow so much. So that's why I do kind of understand the no cash check thing. But it really bothers me that like the NAACP and them said no. Now, if anybody doesn't know, the NAACP is not an African American organization.
No, it's an African American organization. It ain't Black.
It ain't Black. It ain't Black. Financially, if everybody doesn't know, it is actually supported by my J Bros with J Froze. That's why Donald Sterling, the Clippers owner, won an award for them because he's one of their biggest donators. And most non-African Americans are the ones that actually put the money behind the NAACP. It's actually not Black people that put the money behind it. So that's why the NAACP pretty much has never done anything my entire life. Like, what have they ever done? What, the NAACP Image Awards. Who won? Justin Bieber. The hell? The hell? I guess Canadians are colored people. So
I gotta check the quotes. I mean, not the quotes, but the dialogue of W. Du Bois, because I'm hearing that was one of the reason he claimed he called it color people was, I call it color, of color people to include Black people, that also include Black people, whereas Booker T. Washington had the Black, what was the name of his, the Black, not caucus, but the Black workers thing he had.
Like a Black Workers Association.
Yeah. It still exists to the day. What is the name of that? Why am I? Oh, because I'm tired. Brain freeze.
I don't know. Maybe it was just called North Philly. North Philly by W.E.B. Du Bois. Like, what? I don't think that's a national organization, W.E.B. And whatnot, but that's how it is.
The Negro League. He had the Negro League, which was more Republican, to the NAACP, which is more Democratic or whatever.
Is it the United Negro League?
Yeah.
It's like the United Negro League or something like that.
He actually had Negro in his thing, where W. Du Bois was the colored people thing.
Yeah. And by the way, YouTube, Negro is not the N-word. It's just a descriptive term made by scientists. So calm down.
Yeah. Yeah, we still trying to help the algorithm know that. That's why we actually use a Ninja now too, right?
Well, you ain't got no choice and whatnot. And I'm streaming on the YouTubes, but I figured we've been pretty good in the first couple of minutes, so you can pretty much say what you want the rest as long as it's not too out of control. As long as you don't mention the J Bros with J Froze by name, you're pretty much good. That's the one thing I learned. You can say anything you want. You can say the N-word all you want, no problem. But don't you mention nothing about them J Bros with J Froze. You're going to be like Kyrie Irving and Kanye West, 1.5 billion down in a day. So that's how that goes. And that was one of the things with this Pearly thing. There's a split, of course. You know how we are. Half of us are like, yo, she out of control. She needs to apologize. This is disrespectful. We're not going to stand for it. But then there's another group of us that are like, you don't got to apologize for nothing. They just jealous of you. This is that and that. And I'm just like, brother, you are 40-something years old. She's 25. Why are you defending a 25-year-old Caucasian woman over your people for saying that slavery was embellished? Like, what? Like, what? And they're like, well, no, everybody should be able to speak on it. I said, yes, if they're not stupid. But if you're an idiot, you shouldn't be able to speak on it. And I want to say that out loud. Just Pearly Things is an idiot when it comes to history and geopolitics. She may be a great YouTuber, a brilliant YouTuber, but she is an idiot when it comes to history and geopolitics.
We use the term noodle.
Oh, she's a noodle. She's a wet noodle. And if you notice, noodles are light skin color, usually. So it fits right in. And she got a noodle for a spawn. So we are at the 15-minute mark. Got about 15 minutes left in the show. I guess, I don't know. You got any other topics? I guess I'll jump into this Philly bio.
I can keep going, but go ahead, jump into that bio, man.
Let's see what we got going on here. Today's bio is of Coleman Domingo. And let's bring his stuff up. He's an actor. Okay, I typed on the wrong keyboard. Let's see here. I got too many keyboards. Here we go. Here he is. Oh, he looks scruffy. And let's bring up his... He's got to have a Wikipedia, right? Okay. Maybe not. Let's see.
For future thing, on April second week, in April 6th or so, we're going to go see Mario, but we're going to go see it in 4D.
Oh yeah, the Mario movie. Talk about
Yeah.
that before we get into Coleman.
When we in the boy, I already bought my tickets. We're gonna go see it in 3D, 4D. So it's gonna be my first experience of basically riding a roller coaster while watching Super Mario Brothers on a cart. He's excited. I'm excited, and it sounds like it's gonna be a lot of fun. I got to see it, and how this actually works and everything.
Nice. Is this gonna be your first 4D?
It's gonna be my first 4D movie.
Dog. I'm gonna tell you. Going to see a 4D movie is like doing heroin for the first time. You're never going to be able to go back. Like, dog, I went to see my first 4D movie, and then like the next couple of weeks, I went to like a regular 2D joint, and I was sitting up in there like, man, that's some bullshit. I can't watch a movie like this. I need the chair to move. I need water spraying me from the side. I need lightning. Dog, it be snow falling from the ceiling in the theater. I'm not bullshit. So when it's raining, nigga, drops of rain from the sky. If it's snowing, snow comes from the sky in front of you while you're sitting there. Next, I'm talking, man, it's going to change life. And that Mario is going to be fire, it looked like. I seen the commercial for it.
Yeah. So you can imagine them doing the Mario Kart and everything. It's going to be off the chain. I know it is.
Oh, man, you know it's going to be off the chain. Especially, with the way Mario Kart works, upside down and inside out. So let's see what's going on here. So our Philly bio for the week is a gentleman named Coleman Domingo. It says his full name is Coleman Jason Domingo. He was born on November 28th, 1969, 6 years before me, so right around my age. He's an American actor, writer, director, and he's known for his cool and confident roles on stage and screen. He has received various accolades, including a Primetime Emmy Award and nominations for a Tony Award and an Olivier Award? I didn't know there was an Olivier Award. Was that like Laurence Olivier or something? Yep, Laurence Olivier Awards. I had no idea they even had those. And I'm in SAG, the Screen Actor Guild. I want to win one. Anyway, we'll leave it at that. I guess I have to be in something to win, huh? Well, that's how that goes. Also, Domingo's early Broadway roles included a 2000 play Well, 2008 musical Passing Strange. He gained acclaim for his role as Mr. Bones in the Broadway musical The Scottsboro Boys, which received a nomination for a Tony Award as the Best Featured Actor in a Musical. He reprised his role in 2014 West End production, receiving the Laurence Olivier Award for the Best Performance in a Supporting Role in a Musical nomination. And in 2018, he wrote the book for a Broadway musical called Summer, the Donna Summer Musical. So there's a musical about the singer Donna Summer. Interesting. After his early roles in various incarnations of Law and Order, he got that mustache. He got that like Eddie Murphy, I'm a cop mustache look and whatnot. So it makes sense that he was in Law and Order, the series. He received a breakthrough playing Victor Strand in the AMC series Fear of the Walking Dead. Oh, he was in Walking Dead. So that's pretty cool. 2015 till present. Wait, is The Walking Dead still going on? Or, I bet you this is a new Walking Dead probably, huh? Yeah, it's a spinoff of The Walking Dead. Have you ever watched that?
No.
I didn't even know it existed. So there's a spinoff of Walking Dead that's going on right now. Pretty cool and whatnot. I wonder how many people they got left over from this show. Because of that show in 2022, which was last year, he did receive the Primetime Emmy Award for Outstanding Guest Actor in a drama series for his performance as a recovering drug addict. All on the HBO Max series Euphoria. Have you ever seen that?
No.
Okay, well, it sounds like something you don't need to see. Domingo's film appearances include supporting roles in Lincoln, 2012, Selma in 2014, and what is that? If Beale Street Could Talk, the hell is that about? 2018, Ma Rainey's The Black Bottom in 2020. This dude is in every black movie I never heard of. For his role as a ruthless pimp in Jessica Bravo's Zola in 2021. I have no idea of any of this. and he received the Independent Spirit Award for the Best Supporting Male nomination. So that's cool. So let's check out his early life. Domingo was born in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. His father is from Belize, which I have been to Belize, and I stayed in Belize City. It's a beautiful place. And his family is from Guatemala. So he's like a Central American in Philly. He went to Overbrook High School and later attended Temple University, where he majored in journalism and soon thereafter moved to San Francisco, California, where he started acting mainly in theater productions. So that's great. And we already basically went over a short version of his career as we read in the short summary, so we'll skip down past that part. Apparently, his teacher, it says he was a teacher at some point, where Domingo has taught at the O'Neill National Theater Institute, the University of Texas, Austin, which I was just in Austin the last couple of weeks. The weather was nice, but I got stuck there. Screw you, Austin Airport, especially that fat white lady. Fuck you, bitch. Well, that's a whole nother situation. But he was teaching there. I'm sure they fucked him on his trip home. And he also taught at the University of Wisconsin at Madison. His personal life, he is openly gay. So I see that's why he went to San Francisco. And has been married to his husband, Raul Domingo, since 2014. So that's interesting. We didn't know anything about that. But it makes sense, modern times. He has his different works as a writer: Up Jump the Springtime, A Boy in His Soul, Wild and Happy, Dot, Summer, the Donna Summer story, Lights Out, I guess he did a Nat King Cole story, and West Philly Baby, which is very interesting, being that he got the hell out of here as soon as he could. He also was a director. He directed The Fear of the Walking Dead and did several episodes in multiple seasons. Of course, we have his stage life: Pieces of the Quit, Single Black Female, Rhinoceros, Single Black Female again, Once on This Island, Single Black Female again, Single Black Female again, Exit Cuckoo. What kind of fucking show was that? A Band of Angels, 7 Guitars, Barbecue, A Guide for the Homesick, and Dot in 2019. As an actor, he is in Timepiece, Around the Fire, King of the Bingo Game, True Crime, Desi's Looking for a New Girl. What the hell is that? Like Desi Arnaz? Oh, what the hell is that? Freedom Land, Miracle at St. Anna, Lincoln, and I guess that was the one where he was like the vampire killer or something.
Oh, okay. I think I heard about that.
Oh, it says historical drama. Oh, maybe it was like the regular Lincoln, not the one where he was the vampire killer. Because I think it says vampire killer in the other Lincoln one.
Okay, yeah.
Red Hook Summer, All Is Bright, 42. Hairbrained, The Butler, 400 Boys, Time Out of Mind, Selma, Beautiful Something, The Birth of a Nation, Assassination Nation. What the hell is that? That sounds interesting. I might have to see that. I got some hoes up in it. Okay. First Match, If Beanie Street Could Talk, Lucy in the Sky, Zola, Ma Rainey's Black Bottom, Without Remorse, The God Committee, Candyman. Oh, he was in Candyman. That's pretty cool. Ruby Gilman, Teenage Kraken. Wait. There's a new Color Purple coming out. Oh, it's a musical stage thing. It's a musical. Color Purple musical. And he's playing Mister.
Oh, jeez.
Right? And a show called Rustin. So these are 3 things that's coming up right now that he hasn't been in yet. Look at that. Ruby Gilman, the Teenage Kraken. Like the Kraken from the whatchamajiggy. That might be actually kind of popping. As somebody who what was that movie called back in the day that had the Kraken?
The Kraken.
Yeah, he was the god. He had to fight all the different monsters.
The
Kraken was the big green monster that came out the water.
Titan, Clash of the Titans.
Clash of the Titans. Yeah. So I guess maybe that's some kind of weird spinoff to Clash of the Titans. Because it says some coming to age stuff in DreamWorks. Now, I remember when DreamWorks used to make the worst video games in the world. Somehow they're now one of the top film producers. But the stories to those crappy games were always good. So maybe they found their way. course, television, Nash Bridges, Law and Order, The Big Gay Sketch Show, great performances, more Law and Order, Fear of the Walking Dead, The Nick, Lucifer, Horace and Pete, Timeless, BoJack Horseman, Miles from Tomorrowland, American Dad, Euphoria, The Twilight Zone, and Cinema Toast, whatever that is. And then we have his stage life, Out of the Inkwell, 12th Night, Death Set, Journey to the West, Blade of the Heat, Hurricane, Blues for an Alabama Sky, A Midnight Summer Dream, Maleta Muerta. What is that? Maleta Mulata. That sounds kind of racist. Maleta Mulata. That sounds kind of racist. Up Jump the Springtime, Romeo and Juliet, The Two Gentlemen Verona, Fences, The Taming of the Shrew, Sons of Juan, Love's Labor Lost, The Two Gentlemen Verona. God damn, he's working his ass off. A Christmas Carol, A Midsummer Night's Dream, Haroon, which is actually one of our cousins' names, so that's pretty cool. Haroon of the Sea Stories. The Winter's Tale, American Ma, Henry V. What about the 8th? He's a little early or something, bro? Anyway, All Is Well That Ends Well, The People's Temple, A Boy and His Soul, People's Temple, Passing Strange, Well, Passing Strange, A Boy and His Soul, Coming Home, The Wiz, A Boy and His Soul, The Scottsboro Boys, Several Times, Chicago, The Blood Knot, Wild and Happy, A Boy and His Soul again, The Scottsboro Boys again, Boy and His Soul, Guys and Dolls, Nothing Personal, The Scottsboro Boys. And then he has his awards and nominations. Man, this guy is really achieved a lot, and I have no idea who he is. Right? This guy, like, screw Will Smith. This guy's bigger than Will Smith as far as I'm concerned, and I still respect him. I don't respect Will Smith. So that's a whole nother story. He's won the Obie Award, the Connecticut Critics Circle Award, the Drama Desk Award, the Drama League Award, the Lucille Lortel Award, the Black Reel Award, the Fred and Adele Astaire Award, Tony. He's won a Tony. That's pretty cool. What's on Stage.com Awards, the Laurence Olivier Award, San Diego Film Critics Society, the Washington, D.C. Area Film Critics Association, the Black Reel Award again, NAACP Theater Award. Mark that off because that's not actually for Black people. The ITV Fest Independent Television Festival, he won an award for Best Actor. Newport Beach Film Festival, the Iron Award, the Baymont Awards for Excellence in Theater, the Barrymore Awards for Excellence in Theater, which Barrymores were Philly people, so shout out to the Barrymores. The Drama League Award, again, an insignificant NAACP Theater Award, as that is not for African Americans, so they probably gave that to him by mistake. The Boston Society Film Critics Award, more NAACP Image Awards, which they don't do anything in the image of people of color. Critics' Choice Movie Award, Florida Film Critics Circle, NAACP Image Award. Jesus Christ, you know, I'm sick of reading off. Okay, he's got a few left. The Gotham Awards, Chicago Film Critic Awards, Independent Spirit Awards, Austin Film Critics Awards, The Reel again, Georgia Film Critics Awards, Seattle Film Critics Awards, Primetime Emmy Awards, Saturn Awards, and the NHMC Impact Awards. And that is everything for our guy, Coleman Domingo. So shout out to him and everything that he's done. And we are right at the end of the show. Anything else you want to talk about?
Rest in peace. What's the actor that was in John Wick passed away?
I have no idea.
The black actor.
Coleman Domingo?
No, it wasn't him. But you had me think about it. I should be looking these things up while I'm, listening to you run off the.
All right. Well, let's look it up. Let's see. John Wick. Actor dead. Lance Reddick.
Yeah, Lance
Reddick, a veteran actor known for all his great work. R.I.P. to him. He died at 60 years old. Also, on a separate note, R.I.P. to all those that were lost in the Nashville, Tennessee shooting, the 3 children, the 3 60-year-old veterans, and also a shout out to everybody out in Mississippi who was dealing with the recent hurricane, which has completely smashed everything to tiny little bits. And shout out to Joe Biden for recommending that you get a shotgun and that his wife should go on the porch and fire off a couple to let you know it's real. So that's that. Any final words you want to put in on it?
I'm putting that work in. I'm gonna drop some videos, and you know what I mean. Facebook is, you know, I'm still trying to get to 600 friends or whatever. You know, I've been tweeting more, and you know, I'm keep doing what I do, and make sure I get my rest in and set my alarms for the next episode, so I can get up and be right on time. My apologies.
That's all right. That's all right. Yeah, definitely. If you can set an alarm, that'd be outstanding. But I'm gonna make sure I'm trying to be a little bit more prepared too. But basically, all I did was news stories, sports stories. So that was a good time killer. Because I mean, we got to do some Philly review stuff anyway. So I think I'm gonna make that a staple. Go over the sports stuff. Go over some news stories the first like half an hour, and then get into other stuff. Then that way, no matter what, we got time to kick it. Anything else you want to say? Final words?
That's about it, you know. I'm glad I made it, you know.
Heck yeah. Heck yeah. Thanks for making it in. Also, one love to Mr. BAS. Hopefully everything is okay with him and our friend Old Boy, who he's always rolling with, a big fan from back in the day. Also, if you're watching, like, share, subscribe, send this to your friends, have them check it out. I'm going to be putting the link in future shows. So if you ever want to come on the show and tell me about your city, tell me about how you grew up and where you're from, definitely can bring it in. I should have asked the other homie to come up earlier. But next time I have somebody in, I'm going to tell them to come right on in the minute I see him in the chat, because it'll give us some extra kill time and fill for the show. Of course, this is the My Part of Town podcast. I'm Mr. City Enforcer. That's Bolo M Tautology, a.k.a. VMT, the Mastodon. And he will be enjoying Mario, the movie in 4D. So all you guys give a round of applause for that. He's about to get his first 4D in. Heroine of movies. Also, I always like to close out with my favorite phrase that I love to say all the time, that love is good, life is better, and you better do something that's going to make you last forever, because nobody will remember. Ooh, I like that at the end. I might have to add that on at the end. It's pretty dope. So we're out of here. This is the My Part of Town podcast. We 2 hours down, and it was a good show. And we gone, man. Shoot, I'm going to end this broadcast. And